Last time I talked to the Husti sisters case that happened in Aberdeen. The two sisters disappeared next to the bridge, and later on they find their bodies in the icy water in the river. And now we're gonna talk to a case, a murder case again. This is not what I usually do. Usually I like to talk about living in the UK, living in London, educating yourself even if you are not 18 anymore, and movies and all sort of entertainment. Well, now we're gonna talk about something that is very much a reality, and there is no single part of it that is entertaining at all. Exactly the opposite. But I think it's very important to talk about serious things time to time. And I was not born in London. Most of the videos I do in here in my flat, which is in London. I am based in London. I studied in London. Been living here for years now. But I am from Eastern Europe, from Hungary, and sometimes I talk about topics like the Hungarian experience in the UK. And now I'm gonna go the other way and talk about the foreign experience in my country, in my home country, in Hungary. There was a murder case of a Japanese lady, and I like to put the emphasis on the words Japanese lady, because recently she is in the news, and in the news, even people who are getting paid to talk on television, who are professionally trained to pronounce words and phrases that are from a different culture, even they don't mention her name for some reason. Everybody in every news, every article, every report talks about her, mentions her as the Japanese lady, which is a little bit strange, you know. Maybe it could be that for some reason her name, even though he is the victim, he is not the person who did it. For some reason, for legal reason, they withheld the name. So, but it's important to know about Hungary that this is not part of the something called the Istanbul Convention. This is made not long ago actually to fight against domestic violence. You know, all sort of violence, all sort of crime in the family setting. There are plenty of countries that are part of it, plenty of them, plus the European Union. But for some reason, Hungary refused to be part of it, even though it's part of the European Union. And if you search for it, if you search the word domestic violence in Hungary, for example, there is an article from 2014 on femina.hu. So it's not .com, it's .hu, which is Hungary. The article discusses the statistics, the horrible, really terrifying statistics that one woman dies in domestic violence per week in Hungary. Per week, not per year, not per 10 years, it's per week, which is an unbelievable number, absolutely unbelievable number. And you know, we are part of the European Union. So right now it's a very hotly debated topic. So there is a married couple, one from Ireland, that is the husband, who owns a flat in the capital of Hungary, which is Budapest, more specifically in District 5, which is kinda the middle part of the capital, very expensive area. So he owns a flat there, and they live there. They divorced. So the husband is from Ireland, and the wife is from Japan, and they have 2 children. The lady, and they live together even after the divorce. The lady goes to the police to report that she reports the death threats, basically. And because of the language barrier, she goes to the police with an interpreter, someone who would translate for her. And for some reason, the police, they don't even, they don't even make the report. They don't even register it. She was there 5 times, and she went with an interpreter. And later, she asked the help of a charity organization called Patent. And this is very important move in this case. And what happened, that there was a fire in that flat in Budapest, in District 5. And after the fire, they found a dead body. And they closed the case. The police straight away closed the case. They said it was an incident. The lady, the Japanese lady, was smoking in the bed. And that's it, case closed. And what happened is that the friends of the Japanese lady, the charity who helped her to report the death threats, they were pressuring the police and the whole community, pressuring the police to open the case again, to look at it again, and to look into especially the husband, because the domestic violence allegations. And one person even said that the Japanese lady never smoked in her life. And I think she commented it on the police Facebook page. And the police, not the police, but the person who is dealing with the comments on the Facebook page of the police, replied to this comment, that how do you know? And this basically started almost like a revolution against the police. And this pressure caused them to open the case again. And they even released the CCTV showing the ex-husband, the husband who is from Ireland, entering the flat and leaving the flat in disguise, in some sort of helmet, like the ones the cyclists use, so he can hide his face. And yeah, and now the husband is in custody, and right now he is the one charged with causing the fire in the flat that caused the death of the ex-wife, the Japanese woman. But without the pressure from the charity called Pattern, and without the pressure of the friends and the community, the case would have been closed straight away. And the 2 children, I mentioned that they were married before and they have 2 children. The 2 children would go to the violent husband. Probably these 2 children grew up in total fear from this man, and this man would have been the one taking care of them later. Now basically they are orphans. And yeah, it's such a terrible case. but they resolved it because of the help and the pressure of the community. That was it today. The murder of the Japanese woman in Budapest.